right, let's how you going? You all right?
Good, Dave.
Yeah, great. Now, look, this is thanks for coming to chat to me. It's very exciting to just talk to someone who's an absolute trailblazer like you, really leading the charge for women in the trades. So how did you get into your particular trade?
From my partner, actually. He's been a roofer since he was a teenager, him and his brother. And I was doing some other building and infrastructure work. We had our daughter and we argued about, like a good argue, you know, who's picking her up, who's dropping her off, rah, rah, all those things.
Yeah.
So I was so used to, you know, being an independent woman. And then along came a child, so I had to, you know, worry about those sort of things. So anyway, after all of those arguing and I was actually laying asphalt at the time, and then he said to me, "Why don't you just come and do roofing? You're pretty hard out. You'd handle it." And I said, "Oh, all right then," because we've been together 18 years now, and so obviously I only started roofing full time 10 years ago. But before that, I've always been like helping out, doing little bits here and there, and whatever, and working in the weekends with them. So
getting stuck in. So were you doing asphalting when you got pregnant?
I was drain laying exactly when I got pregnant, and I went on maternity leave when I was like almost 7 months pregnant. I was in my machine one day shaking around, and then one day I just decided actually I should probably stop shaking this baby around, and I don't know if I was doing anything, you know, that would harm her.
Yeah.
So I decided I better get out of this machine, and I sort of thought about the time that it would take for me when we'd had her, that I might have to have off, and would my position still be there when I'm coming back? Which it was still there for me. And then I went off and went laying asphalt and all of that sort of stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so your current trade is being a roofer, yeah?
Yeah.
So what's like 3 words that describes your trade?
Strength, resilience, and problem solving.
She's nailed it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's inspiring, that is. Love it. Resilience.
Yeah.
Why is that? What's that word for?
Well, because, you know, it's actually quite tough. On rainy days, we're quite versatile where we are, so we do all the long run iron stuff as well as metal tiles. We pull apart, we do a lot of re-roofs, so we pull off a lot of concrete tiles and things like that. It's really body grueling, so, you know, you have to be able to handle it, to hack it, you know what I mean? We've had three women come in and leave actually because they just literally can't handle it, and that's what they say to me when they try to leave. And I try to say, you know, the first thing that goes is going to be your mental capacity. That's the first thing in anything, with sports, with whatever the hell it is in life. And I try and like tell them, don't worry, because the first 2 years is going to be the worst 2 years, because they're the first, like, you're learning, your body's learning to change as well. So yeah, trying to get them past that, but it's been the toughest.
Do you have to be strong at the get-go, or does it?
No, I think, you know, for roofing, like, we try and get everybody to start, man or woman, we start everybody at the same spot, you know, on the ground, because there's actually, even though we're up there on the roof, there's a lot of groundwork that needs to be done too, you know, like who's plugging all the batteries and getting everything sorted for our tools that we need. The invisible ladder, I call it. Yeah, the invisible ladder. Yeah.
Of like, you where know, you start.
The work progression. Yeah. It's the invisible ladder. So
obviously the trades have got like a bit of a reputation for some laddish behaviour. How do you deal?
I give it straight back, and then I carry on.
Nice.
And sooner or later it just stops, and you know it really stops after the amount of work that they see getting done, and then they're like, and then they actually start having banter to each other. Mate, you think you can get up there and do that?
And you're a boss, yeah? Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I am.
You're a boss, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you? So a lot of, like, we did this big survey. Yeah, we surveyed 2,000 women around New Zealand about like what they're nervous about getting into the trades. And some of them, yeah, like what would you? How do you kind of deal with your employees to kind of help them get ready for getting more women on site?
Well, when you get out to the work sites and stuff, what's the matter with having a female around? You know, I just say all of this stuff like as if I'm talking to them like, you know, like I've known them my whole life.
Yeah.
So, you know, and because I guess I've been in the building and infrastructure industry 20 years now, you know, the way I talk to them, I look Like how I'm looking at you, like,
Yeah, yeah.
am I in your mind?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
better be. Because I want them to think about it. Like, doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, if whatever the diverse is, gay, whatever the hell, you know what I mean? Just
that's a
treat
really good
people,
point.
just treat people like how you want to be treated. If you want to go to work, and I always tell them too, hey, remember when you, on your first day, remember when you first started, you couldn't hit a nail. You couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. But that's what I say.
That's great. The other really key thing from a lot of our, especially our wahine Māori survey responders, really wanted to sort of say, I want to be respected from a cultural perspective as well, you know, and like whatever my belief system might be. What does a safe and respected work site from that kind of perspective look like for you?
It's actually quite funny. We have everybody that works for us is Māori. We have one Pākehā guy that works for us, and everybody that comes on site and goes looking for the leading hand or the boss, they all go straight to him.
Really?
Yeah. But we just laugh and we allow it to happen.
Yeah.
And we sort of just, we don't get offended by it because, you know, we just know that that's the nature of everybody's stink attitudes. So, you know what I mean? We can't change anyone's attitude or, you know, by you know, so we treat him like he's part of our, you know, family. We're not related to all the Māoris that are there too, so you know what I mean? We're not all related, but we
I would assume, yeah.
but yeah, we still sort of, you know, we have that huddling feeling, that team feeling, that bond, and that's just the type of attitude that we want our company to have. So
Stunning.
yeah,
Amazing.
we're not about like you're white, you're brown, you're Māori, you're Pākehā, blah blah blah. But yeah, we have a little bit of laughs about it.
Yeah. Treat it with humour and respect.
Yeah, that's how, you know, because otherwise you're just going to get all angry and deal with it as we go. And
sounds like you're an absolute trailblazer, mate.
I don't know about that, but
I reckon you are. Yeah, more of you, please. Absolutely.
Yeah, girl power.
Yeah.